Can be any life. Any. Rich, poor, medical, or monk. We don't know. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because this life is part of that incarnation agreement. Okay, that's your agreement. Sign. You sign. We have agreements. Every time you buy something or sign up, there's an agreement, right? When you buy a car, a phone, a house, when you get a job, etc., there is an agreement. Now, which is more important? Okay? Which is more important? And that's a trick question. Which is more important? Buying a house, which is pretty important, right? Pretty important, buy a house, or you have an incarnation into a human body and live a life of 100 years, right? I think this is more important. Now, again, not everybody believes that there are incarnation agreements. But in my view, does not require your belief. Okay? The incarnation does not require for you to believe it. But we can all agree, when you buy a car, it's important. There's an agreement. When you buy a phone, there's an agreement. When you get internet, there's an agreement. When you get a job, there's an agreement. When you buy a house, there's an agreement. Everything has an agreement. When you get a contract, there's an agreement. When you sell a book, there's an agreement. So it just makes sense. It's common sense, even if you don't understand it, that there's an agreement. And in the agreement, okay, it details, okay, what you will do. It details ages you might wake up. It details missions. It details contingencies. It could detail marriages, kids, okay, etc. That's detailed here. So, for example, it might say at age 16, ETs will visit to see if you are awake. Okay? So at 16 you get visited by ETs to see if you are awake. Now, for most people, they're confused because we live in a very distorted world. They're confused. But this all comes down to your agreement. It's written in the agreement that you signed that the ETs will visit to see if you're awake. Obviously, if you're confused, you're not awake, and the ETs will have to do something, right? They might have to do a DNA update. They might have to take you on a ship. Right? They have to do something to help you according to your agreement. Again, this does not require your belief. And you might not have this knowledge because when you incarnate, you lose Memory. And I think most people know this. You lose memory. So a lot of your life is remembering. Right? It's just remembering what you wrote down on the agreement. It's remembering who you are, remembering what kind of soul you have, remembering your past life.